Hey ladies, I want to say welcome. I am pretty stoked and pretty excited about being able to welcome all of our official speakers who are going to be slowly trickling in over the next little bit. So the announcement went out to all of them. So I will, one of the things that I would like you guys to do is please introduce yourself. And so let people know, who are you? What is it that's going on? Or like, what is it that you're doing? What's your role? And be able to do that part. And so super excited that we are being able to get things rolling. And so Monday begins the early bird registration. So early bird is from January 18th to the 21st. But one of the things that I wanted to update people on here inside this group is, and I'll also send an email. So you will get an email. I'm not sure that it'll be today, but it may be over the course of the weekend. So one of the things really important to make sure is that you have me added as a contact. So either me or info@rollyalair.ca. So that way there you guys can get my updates on my emails. Because I'm going to share some things in here. So like this is like quick messages, but like the more detailed stuff will actually be in the emails. But one of the things that I am excited to be able to announce that all of our exhibitors, all of our speakers, and anyone who is doing some behind the scenes work with us is going to be able to have an affiliate link. And so I don't know the logistics of how it all works. I just know that it's actually a really good thing. But everybody will have access to the affiliate links. And so, like I said, the details will actually be in an email. So make sure that you have rollyalair@rollyalair.ca and info@rollyalair.ca added as contacts, because that's how I discovered that you end up not being put in the junk mail, because the updates will be coming that way. So you want to make sure that you get those updates. So I would strongly suggest that you do that, because otherwise I'm going to end up with people saying, well, I didn't know, I don't know what it is that you needed. Because when the deadlines are happening, I really need to make sure that deadlines are that stay firm. And I know that we have some people that are not so great at deadlines, but it's really important to make sure that you have those that you get those updates. And I can't be chasing around everybody trying to make sure that, did you get that message? Did you get that message? Did you get that email? So it's information in here and information on email is where you're going to be able to get that information. And because of how many times that there's so many things that are going on, if you send a message to, like, just send a quick message to me privately, then that may get lost. So just making sure that, like, so responding to the emails that are there, because the other thing that will happen is that the info emails, the things will come up that way. So we'll be able to respond. And then if there's like more than one person asking the same question, then I'm going to answer the question inside the Facebook group, or someone will answer the question inside the Facebook group. So that way there, everybody is having that conversation. So, but yeah, so super excited. And like I said, I'm not sure how the logistics of how it all comes together will happen for the affiliate link. And so this is the first time that I get to offer that. So it'll be to each one of the vendors, exhibitors, or each one of the speakers, and each one of our back end team will have access to that, those affiliate links. And so be able to have those things going. So this is a new system for me. So I don't know exactly the logistics of how that works, but I'm sure that Teresa will help me sort some of those out as she's learning that as well. So the two of us are learning that part of the platform and getting things going. And so over the course of the weekend, I will have some behind the scenes looks as to how things are coming together and where things are going. And and specifically inside the members portal. And for now, the exhibitor pages are going to remain public, just because I want to make sure that we keep those going publicly. And so I decided that I'm going to go publicly keep them public until the 18th, and then at which time I will turn on the commenting so that some discussions can start happening with our guests. Anybody who is an authorized exhibitor will have the opportunity to post updates inside the private Facebook group as registrations start to come in. And registration closing date will be February 18th. And so, but the early bird is from starting on Monday until Thursday. So the 18th to the 21st. And then after that, and that'll be done automatically. So like we set it up. And I love this fact with this system is that we don't even have to do codes. And so when somebody signs up, they're going to go to that page for sign up, and it's automatically going to show the discount or not show the discount, either way. So it's automatic. None of us have to go in and make sure that the code is turned on, turned off, or anything like that. You guys will have a different code, however, so that you guys can access it from the front end, because we still need you guys to be able to get into that portion. There's a way of us doing it manually, but this way here we don't miss anybody, is that you will have access to the code to allow you to be able to get into the back end. And that code will expire on February 18th so that it doesn't accidentally get shared with anybody. So it'll shut off on February 18th. And so that way there you'll have access to that as well. So because by then everyone should have had the opportunity to be able to sign in, but all those details will be in some subsequent emails. So that way there we have them that way. And for those of us who are more Facebooky like me, I will also add them inside the group as well. So that way there you'll have that code, which will only be for those of us that are in this group. So if you're not in this group, then it doesn't get shared outside of that group. And so that's going to be really important, as well as for emails. So there's going to be different times that speakers are going to get a certain email and vendors are going to get a certain email, and so that way there you have that kind of thing. The speakers and the exhibitors are not the same thing, so the speakers don't have the same opportunities that the exhibitors do in terms of promoting and engaging. So the speakers are only doing that during their time. And if you want to be able to set up as an exhibitor, there is an additional cost to that. So if you want to be doing that, then please reach out, and so that way there we can make sure that you have access to that spot. And Emily has been, I'm not sure whether or not she's on right now, but Emily is both a presenter, she got the notification yesterday, as well as an exhibitor. So she gets to do both. So that's going to be pretty exciting for her. But yeah, so like these are the things that are happening, and so super excited. I will be reaching out all of the pages, anybody who's an exhibitor, all the details need to be in by January 31st. Whatever is not in by January 31st does not get added into the page, because when I start handing that off to somebody else to work on, I need to make sure that they have the information, that we're not chasing after people. We are all adults, and we need to make sure that we have our information that we need in time. The speakers, I will be reaching out for the, you are on, yay. And so for the speakers, I will be reaching out to make sure that your blurbs are okay, because once we go live on January 18th, I'm not changing the page. So the information that is in there, the only thing that will be changing is in terms of exhibitors being able to be added in, which is only until the 18th. Their applications are only until the 19th for those. And then after that, it will be sponsors. So like each section is so in terms of tasks is that we have each section. So I'm going to be reaching out to each one of the speakers to make sure that their blurbs are good, that there's no issues with them, that their images are okay. And because once we go live on Monday, then none of that gets to change for the speakers. So Emily, because you are doing both, if you want to be able to have two different images, I'm okay with that too. or if the same image is fine, then that works too, but whatever it is that works for you. So again, anybody else who is a speaker, presenter, or an exhibitor, if you're going to be on both, if you want to have 2 different images, you're okay with that as well. So that's, yeah, so super excited. So over the course of the weekend, this is my first weekend off, but it is going to be about being able to leisurely work on the website stuff specifically for the conference, making sure that everything is lined up the way that we need to, so that way there we go live on Monday and start getting our guests joining us into the thick of things and the activity. So 4 days. So they have 4 days to be able to sign up as on the early bird, and then after that it switches over to the general admission, and then we go from there. So really excited, and like I said, I'll share with you guys and publicly as well of some of the behind the scenes as we're kind of getting things geared up and ready to go. So anyway, I will chat with all of you guys later, and have a fabulous weekend. But any questions, definitely put them in the group, because if you have a question, somebody else might have the same question. Talk soon. Bye for now.